Hey guys, what's the first rebuild of SC25, which is going to be we're going to be rebuilding Wolves, the team that I couldn't sit bottom of the Premier League table, but in their history, they've been crowned champions 3 times. They've won the domestic cup on 4 occasions. They've reached a Europa League final in 1972, and were the first club to have won England's top 4 divisional titles in 1988. A team with a lot of history, but they're currently sat bottom of the Premier League table. Let's get into this rebuild and make them a team that can once again win trophies and also win the Champions League at the end of the rebuild. And if you're going to enjoy the rebuild, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel and turn notifications. Also check out the EAFC25 Career Mode content and make of the channel, and also the Ultimate Team content that you can find on the channel as well. Let's get into this rebuild, check out the team, and rebuild Wolves to take them to former glory. Alright, so here's the way the team's going to line up for the first season without making any transfers at the current point in time. We're going to bring in a couple of players, mainly a right back and possibly a new goalkeeper to be a younger goalkeeper to take over in the first team in the foreseeable future. Maybe start a young goalkeeper, loan them out, and Johnson and Jose Sarr can battle it out for the first team position. In the first season, Jose Sarr will start in the team, this is being higher rated. But I can see our midfield is going to be the 2 Brazilians, Andre and João Gomez, with Mario Lemina being a player that I'm actually looking to sell. He's 30 years old, as the captain at IRL, and is a decent player, but I feel like letting him go, cashing in him, as well as Nelson Semedo, will be the better deal for us. Obviously, Sasha Kalajic will be our starting striker, Wang Hee-chan down the right, Concholo Guedes for the first season down the left, with Cunha, obviously the Brazilian trio in midfield behind him. Obviously, Aitner, Totti Gomez, Bueno, and our new right back, when we do sign him, will be in the team. And I might even bring in a new striker, I'm not too sure. Carlos Forbes is going to sign on a permanent deal, maybe even Lawson, depending how it does in the first season. We could bring him back in season 2 as a potential player to take over from Kalajic in the first season, depending how he plays. Belgrade will be converted into a left winger, and Forbes will be loaned out once decided on a permanent deal, so he gets game time elsewhere. We're going to loan out a bunch of younger talents, so that's a Lima. Going to loan out, who else is there? Not Chore. Going to loan out Chouameni and Gonzalez, and the French centre back here, as you can see, we're going to loan him out as well. Let's get into the transfer window and make some new signings to rebuild, or to start the rebuild of this Wolves team. And as you can see, so far in the transfer window, we've been very busy in offloading players. So that's Nelson Semedo being sold, Jose Sarr and Bentley leaving the team. We're going to sell both first-team goalkeepers and sign a new goalkeeper. That's why I decided to sell Jose Sarr. And we're also looking to sell Johnson as well. And for the first signing of this rebuild, we're going to sign Conor Bradley, the Northern Irishman from Liverpool, to be our first-team right-back, a player that deserves first-team football, as a quality player. And in this Wolves team, it can be our first-team right-back for the foreseeable future and help build this team up and take it to the heights where they take it to. Let's get into more transfers and bring in a new goalkeeper and possibly more players. Alright, and to be our first team goalkeeper, we're signing the Ukrainian Trubin from Benfica, with Johnston plus 30 million going either way. And the 6'6" Ukrainian joins us here to be our first team goalkeeper. We're going to sign a backup goalkeeper to be behind him. I'm probably going to sign someone like Mark Travis from Bournemouth, a decent backup goalkeeper, can be behind him and develop slowly behind him, and it can be a decent first team goalkeeper if we need him in case Trubin gets injured. But Trubin joins Conor Bradley here as our second signing of the rebuild here, and already our defence looks better with those 2 signings coming in from the respective teams. And obviously Trubin will be a great goalkeeper for the foreseeable future, just like Conor Bradley in the right back role. Alright, so I decided to spend our final 30 million of our budget on Santiago Jimenez from Feyenoord. The Mexican striker will be our first team striker, with Sasha Kalajic being a backup to him, and Strand Lawson, a player on a loan, will be a rotational player for us. He'll probably get his loan terminated in the season, but that is just kind of there for the sake of being there. But so Santiago Jimenez was a great striker for Feyenoord. The Mexican will be a great player for us, linking up with the likes of Wang Hee-chan, Concholo Guedes and Mateus Cunha in the team. And let's get into the first season and see how this team can perform in the Premier League and hopefully challenge for some sort of European football. Conference League or Europa League is what I'm aiming for. Maybe a cup run as well. Alright, so as you can see, at the end of season 1, we finished 8th in the Premier League, which I will take 11 on points and only 5 points behind Arsenal in 6th place, which is actually pretty good for us finishing 8th. As you can see, we were quite clear of Fulham behind us as well, and we're closer to, well, we're fairly even between Spurs in 5th and 4th in the table as well. We weren't too far behind, only 10 points behind Chelsea. In terms of the FA Cup, I believe we made it to the semi-finals. I think we saw, or was that we made it pretty far in one competition, which I didn't mean to do that, by the way. The new menu system for this is kind of weird. We made it pretty far in one of the leagues. I can't remember which one it was, but clearly somewhere in, not sure where we are, but we're somewhere in here. We got knocked out in the Carabao Cup. I think we made it to the semi-finals. Just we did. We lost to Spurs in the away leg, and I see we were in European football this season. But let's have a look at the team grew and performed, and we'll probably have some good growth in some other younger players. Concholo Guedes at 79 Jimenez up to an 82. Wang Hee-chan 79 rated now. Mateus Cunha up to an 82 as well. João Gomez up to an 81. To see that Andre up to an 78. Nuri 82, Totti Gomez and Bueno going up in their ratings. Conor Bradley up to a 78 and Trubin up to an 83 rating from a 78, I think he was. At the start of the season, that's some good growth in the backup players. The likes of Kalajdzic has done decent. He's obviously not great in it overall, but a decent backup player. Belgrad at left wing is some great. Gomez as well. I guess we've converted a few players around to some different positions throughout the season. But let's see how they performed in terms of their stats and who was our best player in terms of goals and assist numbers. And Wang Hee-chan was 16 and 2. Love to see that from the captain. And Santiago Jimenez from 14 and 5. The rest of the team was kind of just spread around 9 and 2 for control of Guedes. 8 and 1. And Mateus Cunha 7 and 8. Great season from him. And the rest of the team, as I mentioned, just kind of spread numbers around themselves and did pretty good. But Jimenez with a great season. Wang Hee-chan with a great season as well. Mateus Cunha also did great. Let's get into season 2, improve this team even more, and hopefully challenge for European football and maybe a trophy or two. Alright, so here in season 2, I made the decision to sell Wang Hee-chan, who's a cult hero at Wolves, one of the fan favourite players, but he is 29, and we got a 25 million offer from RB Leipzig for him, and I thought, you know what, that's too much to turn down for a player turning 30, who will decrease at his overall, decrease at his price tag, and we can bring in a young talent to take over from his role. Let's get into the transfer window, bring in a player to take over from Wang Hee-chan in that role. And the player who's going to be taking over for Wang Hee-chan in the team is going to be a player formerly of PSV Eindhoven and currently playing for Chelsea. Is Noni Madueke, a player who recently has proven that he can be a big name player or a big game player for the Blues. He's going to be joining us here to be a first team player. Obviously, Pedro Neto, Cole Palmer, etc. in that Chelsea team are competition for him. But here at Wolves, he can be the main player and can thrive in the team with the confidence and knowing he's the main guy in the team and the first name on the team sheet when it comes to that right wing position. Madueke joins us here and hopefully will be a cult hero like Wang Hee-chan for us in this rebuild. And Jordan Madueke through the door here in season 2 is Gonçalo Inacio from Sporting. The left-handed centre-back will take over into Totti Gomez in the team and partner with Santiago Bueno in the back line for this season. Him and Madueke will be our only 2 signings this season unless we sell a player in the transfer window, but I think this is going to end it for us spending this season with Gonçalo Inacio coming in and Madueke improving the team massively. Inacio for 40 million and Madueke for 28, which means we spent like 68 million on 2 great players to improve our team and have us hopefully challenge for European football this season. Alright, so I have to bring in Madueke and Gonçalo Inacio for the season. Let's get into season 2 and see how this team can perform. I can see we've got a great bench for the season. Sarabia is going to be retiring at the end of the season because I have to replace him in the next season, possibly sign a CDM to be a backup and have Tommy Doyle be the backup to Mateus Cunha in the camera. Obviously, Fabio Silva's back from his loan spell and Santiago Bueno and Conor Hoover will be some backup players for us, so Conor Bradley and Nori for the season. Let's get into this one and hopefully at the end of the season see ourselves in European football and maybe a trophy at the end of it as well. Maybe the FA Cup or Carabao Cup could be won. Let's get into the season and see how this new look Wolves team with Inacio and Madueke can perform. Alright, so here we're at the end of season 2. Let's see how the team performed this season. We finished 6th in the Premier League. Okay, we're improving. We finished, obviously, 9th. Did we finish 9th or 8th last season? I think we finished 9th. So we finished 6th this season. And I believe we actually won a competition this season. If we ever have a look in the FA Cup, we didn't reach the final of that one. We got knocked out somewhere along the lines here. But in the Carabao Cup, I can see we did beat Newcastle in the final. You know, to see our first trophy here as a boss. We win the Carabao Cup. And in the Conference League, which was in, we actually got knocked out very early on. We got knocked out by a team here, which I can't remember who it was, which I hate how it's like the way they did it this year with this whole menu. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. But there we go. We got knocked out, I believe. I swear we got knocked out in the round of 16. I could have sworn in the Conference League we got knocked out here. Or was it earlier on? We got knocked out in the playoff round by AZ Alkmaar, which is kind of annoying because obviously we finished 6th in the Prem, we won the Carabao Cup, we couldn't beat AZ Alkmaar, which is, you know, it is what it is. But the team this season is looking pretty good. Control again, this was actually out injured for a good point of the season. That's why he's unhappy, and we'll probably have to make a signing next season for that left wing role to improve the team. Jimenez up to an 84. Madueke this first season up to an 84. Cunha and João Gomez also 84. Andrew up to an 80. Nuri 85, Inacio doing great, Bueno also doing great, Bradley as well, and Trubin up to an 87 rating as our first team goalkeeper, looking pretty good now in the team. And some great backup players we do have, obviously the likes of Conor Hoover and Hugo Bueno. And Totti Gomez, I think, is unhappy, so I'm going to give him a new squad role. And yeah, let's get into season 3, sign a new left wing, and either Geddes or Belgrade will leave the team. Let's have a look at the stats of the players though, and let's see how they performed. Honestly, this is also Matt Doherty's and also Paradis Rabi's final seasons at the club. They're going to be retiring at the end of the season. Madueke, this first season for his 24 and 4 looked up for the Englishman, obviously coming into the team to be our first team right wing and the first team on the team sheet pretty much, and he's proven to be the player for us. And obviously Santi Jimenez has done well with 22 and 9, and also Mateus Cunha as well doing great, 14 and 7, Belgrade 14 and 2. So I think Gonçalo Guedes is the player that I will sell in the next season. He's 29 years of age these days, so he will be leaving the team. We'll sign a first team left wing, and Belgrade would be the backup to the player that we do bring in. Let's get into season 3. Sorry, my voice cut out there. Get into season 3 and bring in a new left winger for the team. Alright, so after setting Gonçalo Guedes here in season 3, we brought in Alex Baena, the Spaniard from Villarreal, to be our first team left winger. The Spaniard who can play striker and left wing or / left mid, and probably can play and do a good job in cam as well. The Spaniard had a great, I believe, under 23 World Cup with Spain, if I'm not mistaken. He did pretty well in that competition, but he joins us here at Wolves to be our first thing at the transfer window, and possibly our first 2 big signings in this window. Alright, so for our final signing of the season here, we brought in Ivan Ilicic from Torino to be to join João Gomez in the CDM role, with Andre being the backup, because I feel like Andre is stagnated in his growth. He's stayed at around 80 overall for a while now, and he's probably going to go to 81 or 82 this season. Ivan Ilicic is 82 rated already, a pretty good player, left-footed CDM from Torino, will join the team here and be a great player for us alongside João Gomez in the midfield. Alright, so here we're at the end of this season. As you can see, we finished second in the Premier League, 4 points behind Man City. So we're already a team that can challenge for the title now. Let's also see how we performed in the rest of the competitions. We made it to the FA Cup final and beat Liverpool in that one. Love to see it. Carabao Cup, we didn't reach the final of that one. And in the Europa League, was it a Conference League, I think? We won the Conference League 3-0 over Real Betis. So we finished second in the Prem, almost won the title. We won the FA Cup and the Conference League. Love to see it. Let's see how the team has grew this season here real quickly. We'll head over here to the team management screen and have a look at the team. As you see, Baena is an 87, same with Jimenez. Madueke up to an 88. Cunha is 85 and needs to grow a bit more. Ilicic 84, Gomez 85, and the rest of the team is looking pretty good. Buendo's up to an 82. I might replace him next season as he's 28 now, but I might also give him one more season to see what he can do and see if he can grow any more. The bench is looking pretty good. We've got some great backup players like Keanu Hoover, Totti Gomez, obviously Tommy Doyle and Belgrade, Fabio Silva, etc. And Gomez. Let's also see how the players performed in their stats real quickly. Let's see who was the top scorer and top assister. And Santi Jimenez with 37 and 7. And Madueke, continuing from last season, has got 30 and 18. Baena in his first season, 19 and 11. Cunha doing pretty good as well. And the rest of the team obviously just doing great things around them. But this season, our team has performed massively, as you can see. Let's get into the next season and see if we can improve and maybe win the Premier League and also possibly challenge for the Champions League, challenge for the Champions League as well. Alright, so for what I want to signing this season, we brought in Ousmane Diomande from obviously Sporting IRL, but he was playing for Real Madrid in the series. We reunited the 2 Sporting centre-backs in Inacio and Diomande to form a formidable partnership with Conor Bradley and Ait Nouri in the back line. Obviously Diomande, 83 rated, we got a loan out Breno. He might be on the bench, I'm not too sure. I'll possibly just leave him on the bench for the season because he's a decently high rated defender, 82, and possibly go up to like an 83/84 this season. Obviously Diomande is faster, a lot faster with 85 pace, is younger, as Breno's got 61 pace and is 28, so it's a massive upgrade on their defence. It's only a +1 in rating, but in the future, it'll be like an 85/86 rating by the end of the season. And we're also going to be in the Champions League this season to see how we perform, possibly challenge for the Premier League title and maybe reach the UCL final. We've got a good bench to do so, and we've got a great team that can take us all the way there. Alright, so here by the end of the season, but first of all, before we get into the Champions League final, let's see how we performed in the rest of the competitions, because we're in the final against Arsenal, as you can see. We sort of beat Chelsea in the FA Cup there, as you can see. We beat PSG to get to the Champions League final with their 10th semi-final. Going to be taking Arsenal in that one. In the Premier League, we finished first in the league. Love to see it. We finished on the same. We finished first ahead of Arsenal in second place. In the Community Shield, we'll be Man City in that one. In the FA Cup, we did beat Chelsea in the final, as you saw. And in the Carabao Cup, I don't think we made it to the final, but we lost to Chelsea. So we could have won every trophy this season. That would have been quite fun. The Super Cup, we were in that one, no, we weren't. Let's get into this final up against Arsenal. The team's looking pretty good, as you can see. And let's check out Arsenal's team wants to get into the game. All right, so here's the lineup for Arsenal. You've got David Raya, the likes of Teo Hernandez, etc. in the team. They've got a pretty good team. As you can see, they've signed Icardi, Cody Gakpo, Teo Hernandez, and many more players for the team. They've got Ruben Diaz, Aaron Hickey at right back, and obviously a great team, as you can see, lined up there. Not sure why Icardi's at Arsenal at this stage of the career mode, like 3 or 4 seasons into the future. They've got a pretty good team. Obviously, we know what our lineup is. Let's get into the game and hopefully defeat Arsenal here in the Champions League final. Unfortunately, not to be the case. And here goes Teo Hernandez and Arsenal working the ball forward to Cody Gakpo. But there's his former Liverpool teammate, Conor Bradley, stopping him. Gomez now. Bayenya's going to be offside. Both teams in the filling out process, as it tends to be for finals like this. There's Ivan Ilicic, the former Man City man, and Torino man. Ball in here to Santi Jimenez. Santi Jimenez for the first chance of the game here. Shoots and scores. The Mexican from Feyenoord makes it 1-0 to Wolves in the UCL final against Arsenal. Santiago Jimenez, a man who's doing incredible for Feyenoord IRL, scores here for us in the final. Man is going to make it a big transfer soon in his career. I feel like next season he's going to make a move maybe to the Premier League or Bundesliga. I could see that happening. Well, ball through the centre here. Great pass by Ilicic, feeding him through, and a great finish on his left foot to make it 1-0 to us in the final. And Teo Hernandez in left mid, playing a 4-4-2. Ilicic picks up in midfield, did that from him. And ball over the top here, looking for Alex Bayenya. It actually falls to Santi Jimenez after they won the header won by Arsenal. Jimenez looking for Bayenya. Bayenya, good run, the Spaniard, to hit it on his right to make it 2-0. That's a great move there from the team. Santi Jimenez with a ball over the top to Alex Bayenya. The Spaniard, who's honestly a very underrated player at IRL. Like, he's so good, Alex Bayenya. People need to start taking note of the Spaniard at Villarreal. But he chests it down here, takes it inside. A good finish on his right foot, makes it 2-0. Beats his fellow Spaniard in goal. A great finish there to make it 2-0 to Wolves. I mean, Raya should be saving that every day of the week, but we're going to take it. And it's 2-0 here to us here in the Olympia Stadion in Berlin. Or just in FIFA in general. Teo Hernandez driving through here. Need a big save from Trubin. That's a massive save from the Ukrainian in goal as well. Because we could not catch up to Teo Hernandez there. Ball in here to Madueke. Madueke to Cunha, the Brazilian. To Santi Jimenez. Oh, it's great play. Santi Jimenez, it's 3-0. This Wolves team is unbelievable. Like, the attack is so good. Madueke 90, Jimenez 90, and Alex Bayenya 90 with an 88 rated, I believe, Matheus Cunha behind them to play balls in behind like this. It's such a good front line. We're 3-0 up against Arsenal in the Champions League final. And Arsenal, well, they've been left to the Wolves, and Wolves have torn them apart here in the final. Here goes Martinelli off the bench. I think it was Mandy Amande. Played it with Sand at the start of the season. He helped us get here, but Cody Gakpo, and that's a great save from Trubin. Martinelli, good defending there from Inacio. Right, Nuri now to João Gomez. No, but Brazilian flair from Gomez through to Cunha. Can play it through here to Santiago Jimenez for the hat trick. The Mexican strikes at its 4. We're carving through Arsenal's defence like a hot knife through butter. And Santiago Jimenez goes a hat-trick. There's a great bit of defender from Inacio. The ball forward from João Gomez into Matheus Cunha, then through to Jimenez. Simple football, 4 passes it took to get in behind. And Jimenez makes it 4-0 and grabs himself a hat-trick in the UCL final. Before him, it's a great ball through though. Hernandez denied by Trubin again. Arsenal are dangerous going forward, but they're just so easy to cut open defensively. Here's Madueke. The Englishman cuts inside. And back again. Still going. Here's Madueke. Cuts it inside here to Santi Jimenez for 5. It's denied by David Raya though with a great save. Mikel Merino. There's Usman Diamandi, but somehow the goal picked that back up off, and the captain shoots from range and scores. It's a consolation goal for Arsenal at this point of the game. The captain scores. I'm not sure why he's celebrating as if he just made it 4-4. But it's a great goal there by Odegaard, and it's 4-1. Mikhail Saka to Aaron Hickey. The Scotsman plays it back into the Englishman, but there's Nori to sweep it up. Posture there from Trubin as well to get the ball back to him. Ilicic to Mateus Cunha. A through ball again through to Santiago Jimenez. Going to get free. Somehow picked up an injury, but Santiago Jimenez, for his 4th goal of the game, puts it wide. Martin now plays it through to Gabriel Jesus. The Brazilians linking up there. And they've gone all the way across the Kivio. There's good closing down there by Trubin. That's a sure Jesus didn't just shoot. Odegaard, we can't let him shoot from range. We know that. We saw that in this final already. Inacio, good defending there. And now Trubin can get that clear. Odegaard through, and that's a great save again by Trubin. That's 3 or 4 big saves he's made in this final. That's good defending there from Conor Bradley, but they still have the ball here. Martinelli now. The Brazilian, twisted and turning. Not sure what the referee's letting him play on, to be fair. The 4-1 down in the Champions League final. It's over. There we go. It's a 4-1 win for Wolves here. We'll cut to the true finish to the second, then get into the stats of the team and show you how they performed overall in this season. But what a win that was in the UCL final. All right, so here are the truth. I actually saw this team was incredible in this UCL final. Defensively, we were very weak defensively in our centre-back. Like, not really our centre-back department, really. Just overall defensively, we weren't the best. We used to have that's our lowest rated part of the team, of Usman Diomande being 84 rated, and I think Conor Bradley being 86 rated, and the rest being 89 and 88. We had Anthony Trubin in goal. It was unbelievable. But Mateus Cunha, the captain, who picked up a few assists in this final, lifts the trophy here. Black and white ribbons on the UCL trophy. And love to see it. Let's look into the sets of the players this season and end out the rebuild by showing you how great his players can truly be in SC25 Career Mode. Alright, so after the team just won a domestic treble and 5 trophies in one season, I think it was 5 trophies anyway, let's see how they performed overall. Santi Jimenez with 48 goals and 9 assists. Alex Baena with 32 and 17. Madueke 22 and 10. And then Mateus Cunha 12 and 16. Insane numbers from this team. Honestly, these players are so good, man. This front four that we had was unbelievable. Mateus Cunha, the through balls through to the likes of Madueke, Baena and Santi Jimenez was incredible. Like, Mateus Cunha was so good, man, in that cam role. Madueke on the right. Didn't see much of him in the UCL final, but he was a good player. He didn't really get involved in the end product, but getting the ball forward, he was a key player for us. Baena, he scored 2 goals. Similar to Santi Jimenez, he scored twice in that final as well. Both of these were so good, man. Alex Baena, I'm not sure why I kept calling him Alexis Baena. It's Alex Baena. He is so good. The Spaniard is so good IRL, and he is so good in this game. I recommend you give this guy a try. But that is going to call it for the end of this rebuild. Everyone in this team was incredible. I recommend you give these players a try in your career mode and see how they perform for you in your team. But that's going to call it for this one. Thank you for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel with notifications to notice videos. Check out the SC25 career mode and ultimate team content I'm making. Let me know down below which team I should rebuild next year on SC25. Thank you for watching and goodbye.